There is something that almost no one tells you about what truly ignites deep desire in the heart and mind of a man. Many women believe that attraction is built solely through the body, with the right words, or through physical gestures. But the ancestral truth that Saint Cyprian revealed centuries ago is that it all begins on a much deeper level, in the invisible world of energies, long before any physical contact. There are certain spiritual secrets, certain powerful prayers, and hidden rituals that activate something very deep, almost instinctual in a man's soul. And the most surprising thing is that most women activate these forces unknowingly or completely block them without realizing it. Today, I want to reveal to you what those 8 sacred secrets are that Saint Cyprian left for women who wish to create a true, magnetic, and irresistible connection. These are not common psychological tricks. They are ancestral spiritual portals that make the difference between being just another woman in his life and becoming the one he cannot get out of his mind, heart, and soul. Because when you activate these forces correctly, you not only awaken his physical desire, you awaken his emotional need, his spiritual longing, and his desire to protect you, value you, and stay by your side. Saint Cyprian, the most powerful saint and sorcerer of antiquity, mastered the secrets of love, magnetic attraction, and the mysteries of the human heart. He understood that true attraction does not occur in the physical world. It first happens on the astral plane, in the energy field that surrounds two people when their spirits are synchronized. And today, for the first time, I am going to share with you these 8 sacred rituals that have transformed the love lives of thousands of women around the world. Before we begin, let me invite you to become a member of this channel by clicking the link you will find in the first pinned comment. As a member, you will have access to more powerful, exclusive prayers, advanced secret rituals that I do not share publicly, and deep spiritual guidance for specific cases. You will be supporting this sacred space so it can continue to grow and share the ancestral wisdom of Saint Cyprian. Be part of this community of awakened women who not only seek to understand love from the physical world, but to master it from the power of feminine spirituality. Women who understand that we are priestesses of our own destiny, heirs to an ancestral magic that the modern world tried to make us forget. I sincerely thank you for your support. Now, take a deep breath, open your heart, and prepare to discover the first powerful secret of Saint Cyprian. This first ritual has the power to create an invisible energetic bond that he will feel every time he thinks of you. The first secret that Saint Cyprian revealed, and that few women know, is the power of the astral mirror. This is one of the most subtle yet incredibly powerful rituals to create a deep connection with a man without him even consciously noticing it. What exactly is the astral mirror? In the spiritual world, Saint Cyprian taught that each person has an astral body, an energetic double that exists beyond the physical. When two people are destined to connect deeply, their astral bodies synchronize, reflecting one another like invisible mirrors. This synchronization creates a vibrational frequency that activates in both a sense of familiarity, comfort, and inexplicable magnetic attraction. Since ancient times, priestesses and wise women have known this principle. They understood that when a woman knows how to subtly reflect a man's energy, when she learns to synchronize her aura with his, a spiritual system of deep recognition is activated. He begins to feel, without understanding why, that you are different. That with you, there is something special that he does not find with anyone else. It is not about losing your essence or becoming someone else. It is about learning to be present, to observe his energy, and to allow your own energy field to dance subtly with his. It is a sacred synchronization, a spiritual reflection that occurs when you are truly connected with yourself. Now, how do you perform this astral mirror ritual correctly? Here I share with you the exact procedure that Saint Cyprian left in his secret writings. First, you need to perform this ritual during the waxing moon, when the energies of attraction and growth are at their peak. Find a moment of tranquility in your home, preferably in your bedroom or in a space where you feel safe and protected. You will need a clean mirror. It can be your vanity mirror or a small handheld one. You will also need a pink candle, which represents pure love and deep emotional connection. Have a little bit of essential rose or jasmine oil to anoint the candle. Before you begin, take a cleansing energy bath. You can use sea salt or simply visualize that the water carries away all heavy energies, all doubts, and all fears. Step out of the bath feeling renewed, clean, and ready to connect with the sacred. Place the pink candle in front of the mirror and anoint it with the essential oil from the base to the tip, visualizing that you are charging it with your intention to create a deep connection. Light the candle and sit comfortably in front of the mirror. Look at your own reflection for a few moments. Breathe deeply and connect with your inner feminine power. Then, close your eyes and clearly visualize the face of the man you wish to attract. Imagine him with as many details as possible. Now, say his full name 7 times, slowly, with clear intention. After the 7th repetition, open your eyes and look at the mirror again. This time, visualize his reflection next to yours. Imagine that your energy fields intertwine, that your aura synchronize in a dance of golden and pink light. While maintaining this visualization, repeat this powerful prayer. Saint Cyprian, master of the mysteries of love, synchronize my spirit with the spirit of his name. May our souls recognize each other on the astral plane. May he feel me when he thinks of me. May his heart find peace when I am present. By the power of the sacred mirror, so be it. Keep the candle lit for at least 15 minutes while you meditate on that connection. When you finish, thank Saint Cyprian for his protection and guidance. What happens on the spiritual plane when you perform this ritual correctly? An invisible energy line is created between your aura and his. He will start thinking about you more often without knowing why. He will feel an inexplicable attraction, a deep curiosity. When you are physically together, he will experience a sense of comfort and familiarity that will make him want to be closer to you. But listen to this carefully. This ritual only works when your intention is pure. You cannot use it to manipulate or force someone's free will. Saint Cyprian protects the mysteries of true love, not toxic obsession. If your heart is genuine, if you desire a real connection, the ritual will amplify that possibility. But if you try to force something that is not meant to be, the energy will reverse. By the power of the astral mirror, may your light reflect in his soul. But the astral mirror is just the beginning. There is a second secret, even more powerful, that Saint Cyprian kept for women who understand the value of magnetic uncertainty. If you want to understand what truly keeps desire alive in a man's heart, you need to grasp one of the most powerful spiritual principles that Saint Cyprian taught, the sacred fire of uncertainty. In the spiritual world, there is an ancient law that states that what is given completely without mystery loses its magnetism. I am not talking about mind games or manipulation. I am talking about keeping your essence like a sacred garden, where not everything is revealed immediately, where there is always something more to discover. The ancient spiritual masters knew that uncertainty creates a special kind of fire in the human soul. When a man feels that he knows you completely, that he possesses you emotionally, that there is nothing more to explore in you, his instinct to conquer fades. But when he feels that you are like a book of ancient mysteries, where each page reveals something new, where your depth seems infinite, something inside him remains always awake, always curious, always attracted. Saint Cyprian created a specific ritual for this, the bath of magnetic uncertainty. This sacred bath creates an energy field around your body that projects an aura of irresistible mystery. It's not that you become cold or distant. It's that your energy clearly says, "I am a deep ocean, not a puddle that can be crossed in a step." This ritual is ideally performed on Fridays, the day consecrated to Venus, the goddess of love and attraction. You can also do it during the waxing moon to enhance attraction, or during the waning moon if you wish to create more space and mystery in a relationship that has become too predictable. The ingredients you need are sacred, and each has a specific spiritual purpose. Get cinnamon sticks, which represent the fire of desire and contained passion. Cloves, which activate curiosity and magnetic interest. White rose petals, which symbolize pure but mysterious love. And honey, which sweetens your aura without making it cloying. Boil 2 liters of purified water. When the water is boiling, turn off the heat and add 3 sticks of cinnamon, 7 cloves, and a generous handful of white rose petals. Put it in the pot and let the ingredients release their spiritual properties for at least 15 minutes. While the mixture rests, take your usual cleansing bath. Wash your body and hair as you always do. When you finish, while you are still in the shower or tub, strain the herbal preparation and add a tablespoon of honey to the already warm water. Now comes the most important part of the ritual. Hold the container with the prepared bath and say this prayer with conviction. Saint Cyprian, master of hidden mysteries, cloak me with the sacred veil of magnetic uncertainty. May my presence be like the moon, revealing and concealing. May my essence be like the wind, felt but not captured. May His name seek me tirelessly. Think of me without answers, desire me without possessing me. So be it under your sacred protection. Pour the bath from head to toe, feeling how each drop charges your energy field with this irresistible vibration of mystery. Visualize your aura becoming golden and bright, but with silver flashes that seem to hide beautiful secrets. Here is the crucial detail. Do not dry yourself with a towel. Let your body air dry naturally. This allows the spiritual properties of the bath to fully settle into your auric field. Dress in comfortable clothing, preferably white or gold. What happens on the spiritual plane when you perform this bath correctly? Your aura begins to project a special vibration. Men, especially the one you wish to attract, will start to perceive you differently. They will feel that there is something about you that they cannot fully define, something fascinating that makes them want to know you more deeply. It's not that you become inaccessible or cold. It's that you project the energy of a woman who has her own life, her own mysteries, infinite depth. And that energy is absolutely magnetic to the male soul. But remember, this ritual is not to deceive or create false illusions. It is to strengthen your genuine essence, to remind you that you are a complete universe that does not need to reveal everything at once. You are a woman with layers, with stories, with dreams, with beautiful mysteries, and you have every right to share them gradually, at your own pace. Under the protection of Saint Cyprian, may your mystery be your power. Now, these first 2 rituals create attraction and curiosity. But there is a third secret that Saint Cyprian revealed, one that touches the male heart in an even deeper way, the ritual of true admiration. There is something that very few women understand about what truly touches a man's soul. It is not just being desired physically. It is being admired for who he truly is, beyond his appearance, beyond his material achievements, beyond the mask he shows the world. Saint Cyprian taught that the male heart holds a deep, almost childlike thirst to be truly seen, to have someone recognize his essence, his invisible efforts, his silent battles, his hidden virtues. And when a woman has the spiritual wisdom to see beyond the superficial and genuinely admire what is inside him, she activates an emotional bond that is nearly impossible to break. But here is the secret that many do not know. Empty admiration, superficial compliments, automatic words without real feeling, men detect them instantly. And instead of drawing them closer, they push them away because they sense falseness. What truly works is authentic admiration, specific, directed at his deep identity. The true admiration candle ritual is designed to open your spiritual eyes and his, so that you can clearly see his genuine virtues, and so that he feels deep in his soul that someone finally sees him for who he truly is. This ritual is preferably performed on a Thursday, a day consecrated to Jupiter, the planet of expansion, abundance, and recognition. You will need a yellow or gold candle, which represents mental clarity and genuine recognition. You will also need pure bee honey and a clean white piece of paper with a blue ink pen. Find a moment of tranquility in your home. Light sandalwood or cinnamon incense to purify the environment. Sit in a comfortable place where you won't be interrupted. Take the paper and the pen. Now comes the part that requires deep honesty with yourself. You need to write 3 true qualities that you admire in this man. They cannot be superficial, like he's handsome or he has money. They must be qualities of character, essence, soul. For example, I admire his patience when facing difficult situations. I value how he protects the people he loves. I recognize his effort to improve every day, even though no one notices. Take your time to identify real qualities. If you can't find them, then this ritual is showing you something important. Perhaps this: the persona is not for you. Once you have written the 3 qualities, anoint the yellow candle with honey. Rub the honey from the base of the candle to the tip while visualizing that you are charging the candle with energy of genuine recognition and pure admiration. Place the candle in a safe candle holder and light it. Hold the paper with the 3 qualities written on it and read each one aloud, genuinely feeling each word. Then say this prayer: Saint Cyprian, open the eyes of my soul to see clearly. Open the heart of his name to receive this true recognition. May he feel that I see his essence, his effort, his inner light. May this genuine admiration create a sacred bridge between our souls. So be it. Carefully burn the paper in the flame of the candle, allowing the ashes to fall into a plate. Let the candle burn for at least 7 minutes while you meditate on those qualities that you genuinely appreciate. What happens spiritually when you perform this ritual? First, you activate within yourself a frequency of genuine appreciation that is reflected in your words, gestures, and glances when you are with him. Second, you send recognition energy to his auric field, and he will begin to feel valued in a way he rarely experiences. When a man feels that a woman genuinely admires him, not for what he does, but for who he is, something deep awakens in him. The desire to protect that connection, to care for that woman who truly sees him, to be a better person to honor that recognition. But remember, this only works if it is authentic. Saint Cyprian punishes falsehood. If you try to feign admiration that you do not feel, the ritual will not work and may even drive you away from that person. May Saint Cyprian illuminate what deserves to be admired. Now we come to the 4th secret, one of the most powerful that Saint Cyprian revealed: the altar of emotional refuge, the ritual that transforms your presence into a sanctuary for his soul. There is a deep spiritual secret that Saint Cyprian shared only with his most advanced disciples, and today I reveal it to you. This secret has transformed more love lives than any other ritual because it touches on something that every man desperately seeks, but very few women know how to offer: a true emotional refuge. In the modern world, men live under constant invisible pressure. Society demands that they always be strong, never show vulnerability, solve all problems, and maintain emotional control at all times. They carry heavy masks that they can never take off in public. And deep within their being, there exists a silent, almost secret longing to find a sacred space where they can finally rest, let their guard down, and be human without being judged. When a woman understands this mystery and learns to create that authentic emotional refuge, she not only awakens the man's desire, she awakens his need, his deep loyalty, his desire to stay. Because men do not remember the most beautiful women or the most passionate ones. They remember those who allowed them to breathe, those in whose presence they could be themselves without fear. Saint Cyprian taught that feminine energy, when in its highest power, functions as a sacred temple, not a place of demands or pressures, but a sanctuary of acceptance, calm, and deep peace. And there is a specific ritual to anchor this energy in your life and home, the sacred emotional refuge altar. This is not a ritual you do just once. It is a continuous spiritual practice that transforms your entire energy and turns your presence into a magnetic force for true and lasting love. To create your emotional refuge altar, you need to dedicate a small but significant space in your home. It can be a corner of your room, a shelf, or even a small table. This will be your sacred space of connection with the forces of protective love. You will need the following sacred elements: an image or print of Saint Cyprian, who will be the spiritual guardian of your altar; a clear glass vase that you will always keep filled with fresh, clean water, representing emotional clarity and constant purification; a white candle that you will light regularly, symbolizing the light of peace that you offer; lavender incense, which brings calm and tranquility to the environment. And if you wish, you can add a rose quartz or a moonstone, crystals that amplify the energy of peaceful love. Preparing the altar is a sacred act in itself. Before placing any element, physically clean the space with a damp cloth. Then energetically cleanse it by passing the smoke of white sage or palo santo throughout the area. Place the image of Saint Cyprian in the center of the altar. To his right, place the glass vase with fresh water. To his left, place the candle holder with the white candle. In front, create a space for the incense. Now comes the consecration of the altar. Light the white candle and the lavender incense. Place your hands over your heart and take a deep breath 3 times. Then extend your hands toward the altar and recite this consecration prayer. Saint Cyprian, Master of the mysteries of true love, I consecrate this altar as a portal of peace and sacred refuge. May my energy transform into a sanctuary for the weary soul. May my presence bring calm to the restless heart. May his name find in my company the rest that the world does not give him. Protect this sacred space. Bless my intention to love without suffocating, to embrace without demanding, to be present without invading. By your ancestral power, so be it. Now, maintaining the altar is crucial. Every Tuesday and Friday, which are powerful days for love, you must renew the water in the glass. While doing so, thank Saint Cyprian for his protection. Light the white candle for at least 15 minutes and light the lavender incense. During these moments, meditate on your intention to be a genuine emotional refuge. But here is the most important part that many forget. This ritual is not just about maintaining a physical altar. It is about transforming your internal energy. Every time you are in front of your altar, honestly ask yourself, am I creating peace or am I creating pressure? Am I offering space or am I invading? Am I being a refuge or am I being a storm? Being an emotional refuge does not mean accepting disrespect or becoming a doormat. It means that when he shares something with you, you do not immediately judge him. When he is silent, you do not pressure him to speak. When he is processing his emotions, you give him space without interpreting it as rejection toward you. What happens on the spiritual plane when you keep this altar active? Your entire energy field begins to vibrate at a frequency of deep peace. Men, especially the one you are interested in, will feel something different when they are near you. A sense of relief, of being able to breathe, of being at home. And that feeling creates a type of attraction that is much more powerful than the physical. It creates genuine emotional need. Under the protection of Saint Cyprian, may your heart be a temple of peace. This fourth ritual is fundamental because it establishes the energetic foundation for all the others. Now we can move on to the fifth secret, one that seems contradictory but is absolutely magnetic: the prayer of non-pursuit. One of the most common mistakes women make, often without realizing it, is the energy of emotional pursuit. And Saint Cyprian taught that this specific energy is like trying to catch the wind with open hands. The harder you try to close it, the faster it escapes. In the spiritual world, there is a powerful and immutable law. What you pursue moves away, what you allow to flow comes closer. This is not just a psychological law. It is a deep energetic law that governs all human relationships. When a woman is in pursuit energy, she sends vibrations of need, emptiness, and dependence. And the masculine energy field, by nature, retracts in response to that frequency. Not because men are bad, but because something in their spiritual instinct tells them that this energy is unhealthy for both. But when a woman is in energy of fullness, sufficiency, and enjoyment without attachment, something magical happens. Her auric field shines with its own light. And that light is irresistibly magnetic to the masculine soul because it tells them, this woman does not need me to be complete. She chooses me for pleasure, not for lack. Saint Cyprian created a specific ritual to break the energetic cords of anxious pursuit and anchor the vibration of magnetic independence, the prayer of non-pursuit. This ritual is performed during the waning moon, when the energies of release and cutting ties are at their peak. It is especially powerful if you feel that you have been too focused on him, constantly sending messages, checking his WhatsApp, feeling anxiety when he does not respond quickly. You will need coarse sea salt, which is one of the most powerful elements for cutting energies of dependence. You will also need fresh or dried rue, a sacred herb of protection and release, a black cord or thread about 30 centimeters long, and a purple candle, the color of spiritual transformation and personal dignity. Find a moment of absolute solitude. If possible, perform this ritual outdoors, in a garden or on a balcony where you can be in contact with the earth. If that is not possible, open a window to let fresh air circulate. Create a small circle on the ground using the sea salt. The circle should be large enough for you to stand inside it. Place the rue at the 4 cardinal points of the circle: north, south, east, and west. Take the black cord and make 7 knots along it. Each knot represents an aspect of the attachment you are going to release: the need for constant validation, anxiety for immediate answers, fear of abandonment, control over their time, invasion of your space, forgetting yourself, emotional dependency. Step barefoot into the circle of salt. Feel the earth beneath your feet or the floor of your home supporting you. Breathe deeply and connect with your inner power. Hold the cord with the 7 knots in your hands. Light the purple candle outside the circle in a safe place. Now, with deep conviction, recite this powerful prayer. Saint Cyprian, Master of Spiritual Freedom, I cut all the cords of need that bind me to His name right now. I do not chase because I do not need to chase. I do not beg because I know my worth. I do not lose myself in another because I am whole within myself. I release all anxiety, all dependency, all fear. I choose myself first. I love myself first. I respect myself first. If He is meant for me, He will come by free choice, not by my pursuit. If He is not, may Saint Cyprian open better paths. So be it, so it is done. What was a bond is now released. Let the purple candle burn completely. Collect the salt and rue, thank for the release, and dispose of them outside your home as well. What happens spiritually after this ritual? The energy cords of dependency are cut. Your vibration changes. You stop sending signals of need and begin to radiate self-sufficiency. And here is the magic. When he feels that you are no longer chasing him, when he perceives that you are fine without him, something activates within him. He starts to wonder why you are no longer so attentive. He begins to miss your attention. His mind leads him to seek you because now it is you who has the power to choose. Remember, this ritual is not about playing at false indifference. It is about reclaiming your genuine dignity, remembering that you are a complete woman with or without him, and that authentic energy is what truly attracts. Saint Cyprian frees me, Saint Cyprian empowers me, Saint Cyprian returns me to myself. Now that you have regained your center, you are ready for the sixth secret, the sensory pact of the 5 elements, the ritual that engraves your essence in his deepest memory. Saint Cyprian understood something that most ignore. The most powerful memories are not stored in the conscious mind. They are anchored in the body through the senses. A specific scent, a particular texture, a unique taste can instantly transport a person to a moment, to an emotion, to a deep connection. This is the principle behind the sensory pact of the 5 elements, one of the most sophisticated rituals that Saint Cyprian left to create indelible memories in a man's soul. The ancient masters knew that each of our 5 senses is connected with an element of nature and a specific energetic plane. When you ritualistically activate the 5 senses before an intimate or significant encounter, you create multiple spiritual anchors that remain engraved in that person's subconscious forever. This ritual is prepared before a meaningful encounter with him. It can be a special date, an intimate moment, or simply a meeting where you know there will be an opportunity for deep connection. For the sense of smell, which connects with the air element and the mental plane, prepare a blend of essential oils, 3 drops of rose oil, 2 drops of vanilla, and 1 drop of sandalwood. Mix these oils in a tablespoon of sweet almond oil. Before leaving home, apply a small amount behind your ears, on your wrists, and on your neck. As you do this, say, "May my scent be engraved in his memory as sacred perfume." For the sense of touch, which connects with the earth element and the physical plane, anoint your hands with pure rose oil. Slowly massage your hands, visualizing that each of your touches will have healing and magnetic power. Say, "May my caresses be medicine for his soul." For the sense of sight, which connects with the fire element and the emotional plane, choose your clothing with ritual intention. Colors have power: red for passion, white for purity and spiritual connection, gold for abundance of love. Before dressing, hold the garment and say, "May my image be engraved in his heart as a sacred vision." For the sense of hearing, which connects with the ether element and the spiritual plane, practice speaking in a soft and measured tone. Before leaving, say aloud 3 times, "May my voice be music for his spirit." The vibration of your voice will charge your auric field. For the sense of taste, which connects with the element of water and the astral plane, if you are going to share food or drinks, before consuming them, mentally bless the food by saying, "May what we share unite us on all planes." Now, the complete prayer of the sensory pact is said before leaving your house. Saint Cyprian, I activate the 5 sacred elements. May my scent, my touch, my image, my voice, and what I share with, his name, create eternal anchors in his memory. May when he smells roses, he thinks of me. May when he seeks peace, he remembers my caress. May when he closes his eyes, he sees my face. May when he needs calm, he hears my voice. May when he seeks connection, he remembers our moments. So be it. What happens when you ritually activate the 5 senses? You create what is called in magic multiple energetic signatures. His brain and astral body will permanently associate those specific sensory experiences with you. Weeks or months later, when he perceives something similar to your scent, your touch, your energy, his mind will automatically transport him back to you. This ritual must be done from genuine love, from the real desire to create beautiful moments, not from manipulation. Saint Cyprian amplifies true connection, not falsehood. May the 5 elements consecrate you as unforgettable. Now we move on to the 7th secret, one of the deepest, the door of sacred vulnerability. There is a level of connection that very few people reach in their entire lives. It is the sacred space where two souls allow themselves to be seen without masks, without defenses, without pretensions. And Saint Cyprian taught that this space only opens through a very specific key: authentic vulnerability. Most people confuse vulnerability with weakness. They believe that showing vulnerability exposes them to rejection, abandonment, and pain. That is why they live armored, with emotional walls so high that not even true love can enter. But Saint Cyprian revealed a profound truth. Conscious vulnerability, the kind that is shown from inner strength and not from desperate need, is the most magnetic force that exists. When a woman dares to show her real humanity, her honest fears, her genuine hopes, without drama but with truth, she opens an energetic portal. And if the man is ready, if his soul is prepared, that portal invites him to lower his defenses as well. And it is there, in that sacred space of mutual truth, where the deepest love is born. But here is the secret that few know. Vulnerability is only powerful when you come from your center, from your own fullness. It is not about crying uncontrollably, asking him to save you. It is about sharing your truth while holding yourself. It is saying, "This is what I feel," without demanding that he fix it. The ritual of the door of sacred vulnerability prepares you energetically to open up authentically without losing yourself in the process. This ritual is performed before a moment when you feel you could or should share something deep with him. Perhaps before an important conversation, before a moment of emotional intimacy, or simply when you feel it is time to show yourself more real. You will need a ritual bath with verbena or spearmint, plants that open the heart chakra but maintain your energetic protection. Also, a rose quartz crystal, the stone of unconditional love and healthy vulnerability. And a green candle, the color of the open heart. Prepare a warm bath and add a handful of verbena or spearmint. As the water fills, hold the rose quartz between your hands at the level of your heart. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Connect with that place inside you where you keep your deepest truths. Perhaps a fear you have never confessed. Perhaps a hope you are embarrassed to admit. Perhaps a vulnerability you have always hidden. Identify it clearly. Enter the bath, and as the water touches your skin, say this prayer. Saint Cyprian, grant me the courage of sacred vulnerability. May I show my truth without losing my strength. May I open my heart without abandoning myself. May his name receive my authenticity as the sacred gift that it is. And if his soul is not ready, may Saint Cyprian protect me from pain and guide me to someone who is prepared. So be it. Submerge your body completely if possible, or pour the water with herbs over your head. Visualize that your heart has a golden door. That door opens slowly. But behind it is a bright light that is your protected essence. When you leave the bath, place the rose quartz under your pillow or carry it with you in your pocket on the day of the meeting. Light the green candle for 7 minutes before leaving the house, renewing your intention. Now, when you are with him and the moment comes to share something vulnerable, do it with these characteristics. Be brief and clear. Do not share the feeling without blaming him. Keep your body posture open yet firm. Breathe deeply before and after speaking. And this is crucial. After sharing your vulnerability, do not fill the silence immediately. Give him space to process. For example, instead of saying, "I need you to give me more attention because I feel abandoned and don't know what to do," you could calmly say, "Sometimes I'm afraid to open up so much, but with you, I feel safe to show my true self, and that's something I value greatly." Do you see the difference? Both express vulnerability, but the second comes from your center, not from your emptiness. What happens spiritually when you allow yourself to be vulnerably sacred? First, you honor your own truth, and that elevates your vibration. Second, you give him energetic permission to be vulnerable as well. And third, if he responds with empathy and openness, a soul bond is created that goes far beyond the physical. But listen closely. If you share your authentic vulnerability and he rejects it, minimizes it, or mocks it, Saint Cyprian is clearly showing you that this person does not deserve access to your sacred heart. Thank the clarity and walk away with dignity. Sacred vulnerability is a key, not a plea. It opens doors for those who are ready and closes doors for those who do not deserve it. Under the protection of Saint Cyprian, may your vulnerability be your strength. Now we come to the eighth and final secret, the most powerful of all, the Sovereign Queen Ritual. The consecration that crowns you as a woman of high spiritual value. We arrive at the final secret, the most transformative that Saint Cyprian revealed. This is not just a ritual to attract a specific man. It is a complete consecration of your being as a woman of power, as the priestess of your own destiny, as the sovereign queen of your life. Because here is the deepest truth that Saint Cyprian taught. No love ritual truly works if you do not love yourself first. No man will value you if you do not value yourself. No external connection will be solid if your internal connection is broken. Everything begins and ends with you. The energy of self-worth is the most powerful magnet that exists. When a woman chooses herself first, when she knows her worth without needing external validation, when she walks through life as the queen of her own inner kingdom, her energetic field changes completely. She begins to vibrate at a frequency that clearly says, "I am a gift, not a need. I am a conscious choice, not a desperate option." And that vibration, my dear sister, is absolutely irresistible to quality men, because the evolved masculine soul recognizes and values a woman who stands on her own, not out of arrogance, but from deep dignity. The Sovereign Queen Ritual is a ceremony of self-consecration. It is ideally performed during the full moon, when the feminine energies of power and fullness are at their peak. But if you feel the urgent call, you can do it at any time. For this ritual, you will need very specific elements. A large gold or yellow candle representing the light of your own inner sun. A clean mirror where you can see your full face. A crown, which can be symbolic, made of fresh flowers, or even a simple tiara you have. White paper and a gold or silver pen. Myrrh or copal incense, ancestral scents of consecration. And essential oil of spikenard or jasmine. Prepare a deep cleansing bath before the ritual. Preserve the original language of the text. As you bathe, release everything that you are not. The expectations of others, past rejections, doubts about your worth, comparisons with other women. Let it all go down the drain. Dress completely in white or gold, colors of spiritual royalty. If you don't have clothes in those colors, wear what makes you feel most beautiful and powerful. Create a sacred space in your room. It can be in front of your altar if you already have one, or simply in a special corner. Place the mirror upright. In front of the mirror, place the gold candle. Light the incense and let the smoke purify the entire space. On the white paper, with the gold or silver pen, write 7 affirmations of your worth. They should be specific and true. For example, I am a woman of my word. My presence brings peace. I deserve true love. I am enough exactly as I am. My time is valuable. I choose from my power, not from my fear. I am the queen of my life. Once you have written the 7 affirmations, put on the crown. Yes, even if you feel strange at first, do it. It is a powerful symbolic act. Sit or stand in front of the mirror. Anoint your forehead, your heart, and your wrists with the essential oil. Light the gold candle. Now look directly into your own eyes in the reflection. This is one of the most powerful acts you can. Hold your gaze steady, and with a firm, clear, and convinced voice, read each of the 7 affirmations you wrote. After each one, say, "This is who I am. This is how it is. It is done." When you finish the 7 affirmations, say the final consecration prayer. Saint Cyprian, ancestral witness of my power, I consecrate myself today as the sovereign queen of my life. I choose myself first, always. I love myself first, deeply. I respect myself first, unconditionally. I do not beg for love, I attract it. I do not chase attention, I deserve it. I do not beg for validation, I radiate it. I am enough. I am whole. I am powerful. And the man destined for me will recognize me, respect me, and choose me freely. If his name is that man, may Saint Cyprian guide his heart to me. If he is not, may Saint Cyprian open better paths. For I am the queen, and only a true king deserves my kingdom. Under your sacred protection, so be it, so it is done. Burn the paper with the affirmations in the flame of the candle, allowing the ashes to fall into a plate. This symbolizes that your affirmations rise to the universe as sacred decrees. Let the candle burn completely if possible, or at least for an hour. Keep the crown on during the entire ritual and for at least 30 minutes afterward. What happens spiritually when you perform this ritual with total conviction? Your auric field is completely reorganized. You begin to emanate a vibration of spiritual royalty. Men who do not match your energy will naturally begin to distance themselves because your frequency no longer aligns with theirs. And quality men, those who know how to recognize a queen, will begin to appear in your life or value you differently. This ritual has a transformative power because it is not about attracting someone from a place of lack. It is about consecrating yourself from the abundance of knowing who you are. And that energy, my sister, is the most powerful magnet that exists. Repeat this ritual whenever you feel you are forgetting your worth. Whenever you catch yourself chasing, begging, or losing yourself in someone. Whenever you need to remember that you are the queen of your own life. Under the sacred crown of Saint Cyprian, may you never forget your inner royalty. Now you know, dear sister, now you know the 8 sacred secrets that Saint Cyprian revealed for women who understand that true power is not in manipulating or controlling, but in knowing, loving, and valuing oneself deeply. These are not simple rituals. They are portals of spiritual transformation. They are ancestral keys that open doors in the invisible world, in that energetic plane where all true connections are really formed before manifesting in the physical. The astral mirror connects you with him in the invisible plane. The magnetic uncertainty bath cloaks you in irresistible mystery. The true admiration candle opens his spiritual eyes to see your essence. The emotional refuge altar turns your presence into a sacred sanctuary. The prayer of non-pursuit frees you from the chains of need. The sensory pact engraves your memory in all his senses. The door of vulnerability creates soul connections. And the Sovereign Queen ritual consecrates you as the powerful woman you have always been. But always remember, these rituals work when your heart is pure, when your intention is genuine, when you seek true love and not toxic obsession. Saint Cyprian protects sacred love and punishes dark manipulation. Use these secrets wisely, with respect and with awareness. If this message resonated in your soul, if you felt that these words touched something deep in your heart, like this video to activate the energy of what you have learned. Subscribe to this channel right now to receive more ancestral secrets from Saint Cyprian, more powerful rituals, more spiritual wisdom of true love. And here is your final act of power. Go to the comments right now and write this consecration phrase. Under the protection of Saint Cyprian, I choose myself, I value myself, and I trust in my sacred power. By writing it, you activate in the spiritual plane everything you have learned today. May Saint Cyprian illuminate your path, bless your steps, and open the doors of true love in your life. Always remember, you are powerful, you are valuable, you are loved by the universe. I'll see you at the next ritual, my beautiful queen.
The end of translated text.